This is two shy guys a mile high, and we're gonna run it like through.
Certified on the track.
All right, we should be in the game.
All right,
We
man.
be in the game. EA Sports.
EA Sports. It's in the
Yo,
game.
Hey, no
I ain't
cap.
even finna turn the joint off, man. We just
Bruh,
gonna get right up
been
this.
It's been a struggle getting this episode, but we ain't gonna let the devil take our joy today.
Hey, let's get to it, man.
Let's get to it.
We are back. It's two shy guys a mile high. 2CGMH. We in the lair with your favorite people, the host of the show, your boy P-Wil, Drip Chronicles.
It's your boy Al-Diga, the architect, steady building together.
It's your boy WB. Come fly with me, because you can't fly for free, or you better fight me.
Hey, Mike Tyson, you see, he was in that plane, man.
What was Buddy thinking, dog?
I don't know what he was talking about, man.
He was
You
just
could tell
trying to
he was
mess
just
with Mike
faded.
the whole time. Mike didn't
Faded.
Mike didn't even touch him that hard. And you saw his face look like an anime character after he was done with him.
He looked
Hey.
straight fugazi. Like, what are you thinking? That's
One
the
large
champ,
lump
man.
sum. His head was dotted up. But, like, hey, man, you can't provoke Iron Mike.
You know,
Iron.
No, you
Iron
can't
Mike
do that.
Tyson, the
Iron.
champion. You
You
gonna
know better
provoke
than
him, Joe? Like, hey, no matter how many drinks I got, I know who to not mess with. You don't,
And I think people were telling them, yo, hey, that's Mike Tyson. Like, you need to
For real.
check your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? And so I have no idea, like, what Buddy was thinking. But at the end of the day, I think he kind of knows. You got to know what your audience is.
if you don't know, you know now. I know
If you
that.
don't know now, you know, because he definitely got lumped up.
Man. Boy,
Hey, and Tyson showed restraint for a while
He
too. It's
did,
like,
man.
hey, somebody
He
was in his
did.
face, just invading his privacy, invading his space. He just trying to take a flight to wherever his location was, and dude just couldn't get enough of himself. Had too many drinks, and he was just going off the scissor.
I'm not going to say that the prison system reformed Tyson, but there was something in Tyson's life that he went through a real transformation. And from the outside looking in, he's a very peaceful, different, humble cat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's had some different type of experiences in his life. And I think right now, just showing how much restraint that he showed on that flight, old Tyson would have...
yeah, he probably would.
Old Tyson would have body bagged that dude.
Yeah.
It would have been bad.
Tasmanian devil in that boy.
Man.
The whole plane would have just felt a little bit of the Iron Mike.
And that's real.
But that's his growth too. You see that he don't. I mean, he's grown. I mean, he got his own podcast. He's doing his thing, and
Hey, shout out to Mike Tyson.
Shout out to Mike Tyson.
yeah, he did show restraint. Now that, I mean, most
He did.
people would have
Hey,
just.
And
you
right
know,
after the thing,
put
he was
hands
out
on
there
him.
with a fan outside of the airport, just, taking pictures. So it's just, if you approach a person in the right way and in the right sense,
Right.
then you get the right type of outcome. And then
Right.
if you provoke somebody that just trained to do this, you know what I'm saying?
He's a fighter. Like that's his. That's
Like,
his
you know
title.
what you like. Come on, you know what you provoking, man. He's probably looking for a way out, looking for that deal. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. You don't get nothing from that, just from getting into somebody's space and stuff. And he showed restraint, did what he had to do, and
But most people, I mean, how many people are looking for that free meal though? You know what I'm saying? That's what's sad about it.
A
Like,
lot.
he don't work hard for that.
everybody's
And
looking for that.
literally, you gotta know that people are gonna be coming for you, which is unfortunate, just because you're successful.
He's seen people recording it, knowing like, hey, I'm gonna get a free ride off of this to get this, and you don't win like that.
Yeah, this is the same Mike Tyson who also took a picture of a fan who had some heat on him. I think I just heard about that recently.
Oh,
that the
wow.
guy he snuck through security. He's like, oh, Mike was like, yo, you cool. I just want to take a picture with you type stuff. So if he could be calm, cool, and collective under those types of pressure
Right.
and to hold it down for as much as he did until he was getting annoyed on that flight, he should probably showed a lot of restraint.
Oh man, lesser man would have just, like I said, hands like you in my face, like you. First of all, he reached over the seat. There's a barrier that was there. He reached over that, so that tells intentionality to me. Like you really are trying to
Yeah.
invade my space, and so you don't want to invade that
It's tough to break up that type of fight too. It's like, what do? You don't want to be a casualty in one of those. Just
I ain't getting caught.
One dude was like, "Hey, Mike, chill." Like he was recording.
He was recording
far.
from a distance.
So far, and he's like, "Mike, what do you do?" Oh no! Like he wasn't going. Let me get closer and try to tame Mike here. At that point, the beast was done. He was out.
I low key would have just turned my phone off.
Really?
Yeah, I like let the Lord have His way. His buddy had it coming, but at the same time, I feel that that adds to Tyson's protection too. So it's probably better to keep recording.
Yeah, I think
for real.
He's good. I mean, anybody come at you like that in any circumstance, whether you Mike Tyson or 2CGMH, if you come at us, it.
Oh yeah, we got train heat on deck now. We got WB come fly with me. He about to get ready for his sparring match, man. How is that process, man? What does it take in terms of preparation, getting ready for something like that?
It's good. Definitely shout out to my coach over at Garage Gym Fitness, Alvin. It's been a lot, you know what I'm saying, and putting myself in uncomfortable positions from the standpoint of fighting different people. First, it was just the aspect of when I met him. He was like, "All right, we gotta work on the basics and the movements, hitting the mitts, hitting the bag, doing all that stuff and progressing." But when you start to spar, that's when you really start to see the fruits of your labor. I think that I know I have a long way to go, but I'm feeling very confident at this moment in time. But I still got about a month. I'm about a month out. And I'm just trying to get there day by day. Just do the things that are necessary, It's about to be the beginning of the month, the beginning of May. We normally don't date this episode, and I say that every time I do date the episodes, but the match is on June 4th, and I have a decent amount of time. I got to go out of town for a wedding, so that should be a glorious time, especially due to the fact that this couple met at my wedding. So shout out to the Popes, Chris and Brianna.
Nice.
I know he's getting married in Mexico, so I'm going to be out there for a couple of days at the beginning of the month, and I know I'm going to be fooling and with the noobs and having a good time, but at the same time, I still got to stay on my training. I'm still going to be trying to run, trying to shadow box at least a couple rounds a day.
Nice.
But from the standpoint of actually just sparring different individuals, it's tough, man. It definitely is, and I'm just working on just getting better step by step, not being too hard on myself. I really am going to start trying to give myself 2 goals to focus on when I start going out there to spar, but when I first got out there, it was just about just making sure that I had the cardio and had the wind. Now it's evolved from that to going with the punches. Now it's evolved to that to kind of thinking ahead. So there's a lot that goes into it, and you got to have a respect for these warriors that are in the ring, training professionally, doing it on the day basis for the entertainment, because it definitely is a sacrifice. And just me doing what I'm doing on my status, at trying to get to the amateur level, it's definitely tough, but it comes with sacrifices, and I'm learning more about myself on a daily basis.
And that's that drive to get there, because other people that you're going to be matching up with, they're doing the same thing that you're doing, giving in, putting in sacrifice to go in the ring and challenge someone to show off your skills and technique and everything that you prepare for. So it's a dope experience. So more blessings to you, and we're gonna be there to support 2CGMH style. You know what I'm saying? Get you ready.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to put on a good show, man.
You doing
anything
right,
that I try to do, I try to do well. I ain't trying to go out there no BS and no capping. Like, I'm trying to go out there and take it seriously, because anytime you step in the ring, you put yourself in harm's way, you're gonna have to take it seriously. And I've learned that in sparring too. Not the same time that I've taken anybody thinking that was a joke, but sometimes you get hit by stuff and you see the light. You know what I'm saying? But that's good too at the same time, because I know I can take the shots.
Right. And that's and so like that's a good segue into kind of what we're talking about, right? Like being able to take that hits, right? Being able to take those punches and know that's just part of the game. Part of the game, right? And you saying everything that you've said, I'm listening. I'm like, man, like that's growth, because when you get into a ring. Like, what does that signify? You're getting ready to fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you already know the anxiety's high, just walking up. But at the same time, every day you fight. Every day you trying to, do I get up and do the same thing over and over again? expecting different results, or do I change?
Well,
You're fighting with yourself in a sense, right? And I think it's a great metaphor because you talked about the growth, and now you've been able to take the punches and anticipate. That's
where I'm trying to grow.
Yeah.
That's the anticipation.
That's preparation,
trying
planning.
to read and see what things are doing. But overall, it's staying calm. It's staying calm when you're getting pressure. Stay calm. Yep. Trust yourself. Trust your footwork. Trust your training. Yep. Trust yourself and your experience too. At the same time, that's the biggest thing. Is just staying calm. And I'm trying to apply that more into other areas of my life as well too.
And what I see from that is like boxing is unique because everything is regarding what you doing in the ring, and your thought pattern, what you perceive, what you're reading from that aspect is everything that you have to put into it and that you have to see. It's the one-on-one. There's no help from it. I mean, you get advice from your coaches, you get advice from your trainer, your corner and stuff, but it's basically how you're going to react to it, and then being able to put that type of you know what I'm saying? It's not pressure because you train for it. But put that type of, you know what I'm saying, responsibility on yourself to say you got to go out in the ring and anticipate what they're going to do while still perfecting the moves that you have to do in order to, you know what I'm saying, challenge them to be able to put your best foot forward in the fight or in the challenge. Because it's a brawl. It's a duel, one-on-one. And everything, all the training that he's gonna put it on the table, you're gonna put yours on the table and just see where y'all fall from there. So it's it's everything that you put into it in the preparation side from it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All in. Chips is in the middle. we seen 5 cars. We're going to the river.
I stay
because I'm not going out early. We're gonna see each other. So we're going.
And that's the mentality that you have to take though, if you want to be successful in anything you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anything. You can't just be I think I want to be successful in this marriage. I'm 90%. No, you got to go all in, 10 toes. You know what I'm saying? And like, the thing is, what I love about you, Dub, is that we always talk about continuous learning, continuous, growth. And this is the most growth that anybody can get. Stepping in there, literally putting yourself out there, your entire self.
Yeah.
Like there is no buffer. There is no wait, stop. There is no none of that. It's go time, and then when the bell rings, you just have to put everything out there. You see what I'm saying? And the practice and the training helps you get into your natural flow state. And then now it's just mano a mano. Now it's just wit on wit. Yeah. Skill on skill. And then that's why I think everybody enjoys a good bout, a good sporting match, because the training that goes involved to be at a level that you're at, and even at a professional level too, right?
Yeah, and I feel the training makes you more comfortable, so you don't have to think about that as much when you get into the ring. So now you don't have to go into your mind and think about, okay, what is he gonna do? From the training, your body's gonna react, be like water. Bruce Lee, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna be able to understand movements and then just the rhythm of a fight and of a cadence of a duel or a bout like that. So I feel like, a lot of preparation in terms of there. But what I do want to ask you, Dub, is okay, what goes into this preparation? What gets you ready? What was the determining factor to let you set that told yourself, I know, you're your own critic and stuff, and that you knew you can do it, but what was your thought pattern going into, I want to do this, actually going into this actual ring and going against somebody that's been training as well?
Well, growing up, I really didn't have to have too many fights. I was Carlton in the suburbs, you know what I'm saying, without the coke and without I probably did have the anxiety, but yeah, so I didn't really have to go fight too much. At FAM, I never really had to fight. I know that I liked playing sports. High school, playing football, I love hitting. Playing basketball. Pandemic happened, but I always was like, I have something to prove to myself. I want to be able to know that I can protect myself and protect my wife if it ever had to get to that point. Yeah. And just something to prove to myself. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. Going to put myself in the ring. Nice. That was nothing more, nothing less besides that, because I'm not a fighter, you know what I'm saying? From the standpoint, I don't go out picking fights and things of that nature. I would say I'm a boxer, I like it. I've always watched it growing up. It's just something that I just wanted to prove to myself, and I just been liking it and learning a lot. A lot of the times when I'm sparring, when I'm boxing, it's cats younger than me, so it kind of fuels me too to say, I can still compete. I can still hang in there. I can still do what I'm doing. Big shout out to my wife because she definitely is allowing me to do this too at the same time. I know
Shout
it's
out,
probably a little
Queen B.
bit nerve wracking probably at times. She always tells me to be safe when I'm going to the gym. Very supportive of me going to the gym, spending my time doing that as well too. So yeah, it's definitely something.
You can see you develop passion for it, so
Yeah.
she probably understands, and,
Yeah.
and we understand that you out there, giving it your all and challenging yourself, and that's
super cool,
dope.
man. That's super cool. Like for real. Like we all are here because of each other's kind of pushing each other growth wise, right? Like we see
Yeah.
each other just doing the things that we said we're going to do, and even if it is a little bit of a struggle, we still have been able to keep going because of that accountability, that support system. Your wife is like, yeah, I know it's a little bit rough, a little different, but if that's what you want to do, she's trusting in you that this is something that you are needing to do for you right now, and she's supporting you in that. And I'm saying that's what makes it so much sweeter, because now you ain't got to sit here and be, oh, man, I hope my wife is sick, because that's what I think about too. Like, I care that my support system cares, but they got to let me be free in doing the things that I want to do, especially if they know it's for a growth cause, it's for something that's going to elevate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And I would spend on that a little bit too. I would say that my coach Alvin definitely has given me a lot of confidence and helped me push me, be like, oh, you ready? You can handle this. You can do it. Not necessarily that he's pushing me to do something that I don't want to do, because I came in there with the mind that I told him that was the goal. I wanted to hop in the ring and fight.
Nice.
So he's helping me, teaching me, coaching me. Then it's on me to kind of do the work and apply it as well too at the same time. The only question the wife had was if there was headgear involved. I was like, yeah, it's headgear. So she said, oh, cool. So I got to protect
once you get in 2-piece up.
Right.
Gotta protect the money maker, man.
That Tommy Harris, man, of Martin, bro.
But I would say it's funny because she's supportive, but like I showed my dad some different clips, and he's like, no, why are you doing this? Stop, you're an idiot. I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel as though there's probably worse stuff I could be doing with my life. I think it's something that keeps me in shape, keeps me going, something I'm passionate about. I'm not trying to do this to prove anything to anybody else besides myself.
It's beautiful.
No, it's dope.
Yeah. And you're gonna take the necessary precautions. I think that's what it is. And then knowing that,
And that's
once
what
again,
the training is there for, man.
Exactly.
Proper training.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good, man. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, same, bro. Same. And I like for this on this platform, able to like track the progress as it goes through. Like you're a month out, and then maybe we'll hop back on and see how you feeling. 15 days out, 10 days out.
See. I might hop on the mic when, like, if it's good, you gonna hear about it the next day. Episode gonna be
you gonna make it.
No,
But one thing I do want to see is, like, what would you say? Like, we on this platform now talking a month ahead.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna come back on here afterwards, and win, lose or draw, we still gonna we still down with the team 2C GMH. We still going. We still flying with WB. But what would you want to say to yourself? You know what I'm saying, in the future.
After the fight, before the fight,
Like, what type of prep talk? Like, you might be listening to this, it's vomit on my sweater already, mom spaghetti in the locker room. You trying to get through it. Like, what would you want to say to yourself before the fight, and what type of
just trust yourself, stay calm, and do what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
just
get out there,
go out there, do what you
Make
do.
it do what it do, baby.
You set the tempo, you set the pace. Do what you do. Trust your training. You're going to get better at the things that you see your holes, and you have to know that this person who I'm going to be fighting against doesn't know my holes. I know my holes. Mm-hmm. So from that standpoint, he has to capitalize off of my holes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if there's something that I'm not doing, he has to capitalize it on it. I'm going to clean it up for sure. But it's not like I'm going out there with my hands exposed and saying, oh, I don't do X, Y, and Z well. He has to figure that out. Right. I'm trying to control the ring. I'm trying to put enough pressure on him so to just control the fight. That's what I want to do. I'm not going there trying to knock nobody out. If it happens, it happens. It's supposed to be no knockout. I'm not going in there swinging 100. I'm doing what I'm going to do. But at the same time, that's what I expect from myself.
Nah, for real.
Yeah. Hey, there you go, man. I mean, and you understand you better than you. Mm-hmm. And that's so double-edged, because you know, like you said, you know your holes, but at the same time, you going in there with the awareness of, I can still do me without, like you said, the playlist, if you will. Like nobody has the cheat sheet of WB, but you see what I'm saying? And so even you thinking about that and
my coach, because he be
that.
telling me all the time, he's like, yo, you got to change something up. I'll be like, yeah, all right. I can. He's like, I can read it.
But that's what
he
they're
there to
for.
do. That's what he there to do.
Right.
Yeah.
But he won't have the opponent won't have that same playbook, if you will. You know,
Just don't call your plays out like Dragon Ball Z or nothing.
Man,
Say I'm about to hit you with this.
For real. Don't call my plays like that. Or at the Houston Astros tapping. What were they doing? They were tapping like the stuff in the dugout to say, oh, a curveball's coming. Like, all types of but yeah.
Yeah, just listen to your coach, man. You got it, man. But it's mind over
instincts,
matter.
Trust your instincts.
Be like water and go out there and do what you built to do, what you trained to do.
Speaking of training, man, like that's where, you know, we've continued to do that just in our own lives, right? Just training, you know, Lean Six Sigma specialist, always trying to figure out how to eliminate waste. And I think, you know, as you start, you know, boxing, and I just love the metaphor of a ring and a fight, because it all comes down to prep. I mean, really, real talk. I mean, endurance. You know, have you run the laps you need to run? You know what I'm saying? Have you gotten to a place where, you know, you can go to the 12 or the 5 or the 8 round? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you know, like I'll bring it to a practical point. Like, let's say a job interview, because I know maybe some people are listening to this and they're like, man, I want to understand, like, how does this apply to what I'm doing? But like a job interview, you know what's happening. You know whatever XYZ company that you're interviewing for, you know what their culture is, you know what their values are. So you can prepare a little bit better, right, for this proverbial fight, right? You know, all right, I want to have, quote unquote, this salary. Well, do I have the skills necessary to step up to this, let's say, level? Am I bantam? Am I feather? You know what I'm saying? Am I heavy? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? I can't come in there thinking I'm gonna get heavyweight pay if I'm bantam. You know, some people want that though. You ain't even ready for the heavyweights. Now you train and now you bulk up and that's what you want to do. You can be ready for that, but stay in your lane, perfect that, get to your class, and if you want to step up to another level, do that. So having that prep work is important, man. So let's talk about just really the prep work. How to, like, the endurance piece of it. Like, how are you training more so? And we can talk about this in boxing. We talk about this in life. Like, how are you training yourself for the long haul? And this is for anybody listening. For the long haul on, you know, when you're going to get into that proverbial ring, whether it's an interview, whatever challenge. Let's just say a challenge that you're facing. How do you prepare yourself?
Well, for me, I feel as though this is a little bit easier to prepare for, from the standpoint that I have a coach helping me and guiding me through this with some timelines. So he's there to help me know that things are coming up, things are X, Y, and Z out. Prescribing some different type of training I can do, but I still got to do my stuff on my own, especially the running, because long distance running is not my favorite. But yeah, I'm going to start running 3 miles. Just getting those rounds of shadow boxing in, just to make sure that my punches are tight. Punching with weights in my hands, so you get my hands a little bit quicker. Just visualizing stuff, putting myself in different situations, visualization exercises, deep breathing, all that type of stuff. So I'm gonna keep working on that. But I think in life is just knowing that you have a clear vision and a clear picture of what's coming up. Once you get that established, I think it's easy to start breaking the problem down into smaller chunks. And I think that is just how my brain operates. Where I do struggle with sometimes is that not having a clear vision of what's coming up, like setting up the systems in place to say, okay, I have quarterly reviews, 6-month year reviews, 12-month year reviews, but at the same time you have those monthly reviews, those weekly check-ins with yourself to make sure that your task or your different things that you need to accomplish align to the goal and where you need to go. It's all about making sure that you're casting enough votes for yourself to succeed in the task, because you can't be perfect, but as long as you're living the values, you're taking the right actions, you're saying the right things, doing the right things consistently, and you have more votes on the yays instead of the nays, you finna play. Baby. So that's what I think it's about. And just knowing that you're going to fall down, you're going to fail hard, you're going to fail 1,000 times, but nobody in this world but Jesus was perfect. And nobody in this world got to the position to where they are in life without failing. Failing creates the excellence.
Yep. Oh, well, yep. There it is, man. And like you said, visualizing yourself in those situations helps prepare you mentally anyway for the challenge that you know you're going to have on any journey. Because, you know, the people just be feeling like it's easy. Like, I don't know if this happened to y'all, man. Like, folks or see that I've gone to school with or something like that, or I've known in the past, and they're just like, they're doing their thing and they're cool. But they'll see like a post on Facebook, and it'll be like, maybe like me and my wife walking down the street or something, and they're like, "Oh man, you're doing it big, you're doing it big." I'm like, "How you know that? You don't know what process is going on in the background. There's a lot that's happening, yes, but from that one post, how do you know what I'm saying? You can't tell what that person's doing in the background that's prepping them for that, right? So I say you get exposed, you know what I'm saying, when you don't prep right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people out here are just putting their stuff up on Facebook or putting their stuff up on social media, and then somebody come and say, "Hey, let me holler at you as a coach." Well, that's what you were saying. You know what I'm saying? And so for those out there that are just saying they want these dreams, you got to go through the prep work. You got to put the time in, because it's gonna be tough. So that's what you're prepping for.
Yeah.
So when you get to that challenge, you're not stumped and shocked like, "Oh my God, I didn't know this was happening."
Right. Cats be out here straight sombrero capping.
Yeah, and we said it before. Proper planning prevents poor performance, and it's what you put into it is what you're gonna get out of it.
Yeah.
So it seems like you're putting in a lot of hard work, and we all put a lot of hard work into our daily challenges and what we're going through, and our missions and our goals. So the more you put into it, the more you're gonna get out of it. The more you're going to yield from it, the more you're going to learn from it. So if you wasn't making big moves, you're not going to see big consequences or big mistakes. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to see those things if you ain't putting in the effort, because you ain't going to make a mistake if you don't do nothing.
That's
Plain to say.
You know what I'm saying? For
you
real.
ain't moving. You just sit there talking about it. And then we talk about the action and consistent action all the time. Like, consistently, we here. Like, it might be a little rocky sometimes to start it up, but we here consistently, and we make it. You know what I'm
because we was fighting the computer today, boy. Like, we was trying to hook up one mic, and then the other one wouldn't work, and then it wouldn't work. But we kept fighting. We got enough experience. We stayed calm. We all had a short time window to get it together. We got it together.
Hey, and we hollered that whiskey with Will, and he poured us up the Mile High Mustang.
Man, that nectar, man, that was really, really
Hey,
good.
shout out Whiskey with Will, man, for pouring up something real nice, man. Had us feeling real good.
Yeah, it was
nice and breezy around here, man, in the
That's
lair.
tough. I'm probably going to have to shut that down for a little bit, even though I don't want to, but yeah. I ain't trying to get...
Gotta prep for the
Oh, no, you
house.
prepping for the big fight, man, but we appreciated you.
Yeah, and we'll be ready after the fight.
I ain't trying to be on the ground talking about I shouldn't have drank the drink.
No.
Tested
That's going to be the celebration.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, we're proud of you, man.
Appreciate
Hey, no, that's
it.
real. So we gonna track this. We gonna track this through all the way through. So, hey, we right here. This is Mustang getting ready for it.
Yeah.
WB, come fly with me. Gonna get in there, man. And you said the beginning of the June.
Yeah, beginning of June 4th in Bellingham, Washington at Pure Fitness. Your boy WB, come fly with me. We'll be in there. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Hey, what's your ring name?
I don't know. I gotta think about that.
Hey, we gotta know,
WB
man.
in the ring.
All right, we gonna have to play that.
Mule. You know what I mean?
We're gonna figure it. We're gonna figure something
All
out.
right, Mustang might have to be, man. We gonna check. We gonna tap in. The next episode, we gotta have some type
We're
of
gonna
name.
have some type of name.
All right. We gonna hold you to some standard right here, man. We're gonna need some type of name, man. So we gonna put down the nectar. We gotta come with the name, man, before the fight, or at least let us know, and then we'll play it out after.
All right, I'm gonna have to start doing some more thinking about that though.
Yeah, you gotta have something. Put it on the trunks, man. Get ready.
Yes.
Hey, no, man. But like you said, man, we proud of you, man. Definitely do your thing. We here to support you and whatever you need, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate it. You know, you got me feeling like I'm on HBO, Showtime, getting ready for something big, and
Hey, for real.
that's just the mindset that I could just have. Like you said, just anything I'm gonna do it well. So I'm gonna treat this like it's a real fight. right? Treat this like it's a heavyweight fight for a belt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
it's a
Rex
belt for
Chapman.
myself.
Like, what you got going on out here, WB?
Hey,
Like Rex.
WB said he want all the smoke. John Moran style out here, man. He want all the smoke. He run up the chimney. So, hey, we going to be out here. We going to tap in, man. But we appreciate the listeners listening to this whole process of, hey, beginning to end. We starting it and we going to finish it. So, we appreciate y'all coming to the lair to holler at 2CGMH. And we going to sign out here. It's your boy P-Wil, Drip Chronicles.
That's your boy Al-Diga, the architect, building together.
It's your boy WB. Come fly with me. Can't fly for free. You gonna see me in the ring.
You got to see it. We want all the smoke.
Like a bee. Let's get it. Woo.
Horse breath.